Hey everybody, I'm Chris, and this is my 2018 Porsche Cayman S 718, and we are going to look at a lap of Buttonwillow, and then a lap where I spin off the course. We're going to talk about data. We're going to talk about Buttonwillow and corners and lots of different things. So let's get right into it. So let me turn the volume down a little bit here. So onto the straightaway. We are running Buttonwillow clockwise. It's about 85 degrees out in October. Gorgeous day. Get down the end of the main straight, 115 and change into the first corner sunrise. And we're going to go down into what's called the off ramp. This is a quick, tightest corner of the course, basically hairpin right, and work our way down to cotton corners. This is a series of right, left, right over a crest. In the bottom, you can see the time, and then we have the G-forces and the direction that we're traveling. Here we're coming through and up to what's called bus stop. Speedometer and RPMs, and then some key stuff from the engine. Clutch, brake, gas. You can see I'm feathering the throttle here, coming into Riverside, which is a long sweeper of the course. You'll see the left hand tires getting quite warm. Got tire sensors on, temperature sensors on. Now we're getting up to Phil Hill. This will be critical for the next lap. So Phil Hill's blind over crest, right hand, left hand, and then down the sort of back straightaway into Star Mazda. It's this turn that's way down at the end, hairpin, second gear. Just get the car to rotate, and then as soon as it does, full throttle, and then we go into the S's. Now the S's, there's a lot of people, you can take them flat if you have enough grip. I kind of like chopping them into two turns, where I'm driving straight and then just turn a little bit and then driving straight and then really keeping a speed down here, 115 down to the turn onto the straightaway again. So some other stuff we have on the tires. If a tire locks, you'll see a red line under the tire, and if the tire spins, you'll see a yellow line show up. So it's interesting to see. I'm not running traction control, and later I was playing with turning it on, turning it off, seeing the limits of my driving as well as the limits of traction control in this car. Porsche does a very, very good job of designing traction control to handle stuff like this, track days, high speed with 200 short tires on it. So now here's where the problem occurs. So we are heading into the bus stop and into Riverside here, after the bus stop. So I'm carrying a bunch of speed, and I'm getting faster here, faster here. I managed to keep over 60 through the bus stop. I'm excited. I'm going into Riverside, the long sweeper, carrying 87 miles an hour. I've got a good amount of speed here, and I feel like I'm getting faster. And so I come off Riverside, I'm doing 95 miles an hour, and I instinctively shift into fourth gear and then lose the car. And go for a little ride. So you can see the car almost stalls out. It actually does not. I save it at 2 feet in, and I'm off. I'm looking directly at the flagger at the top of Phil Hill to get directions and just make sure I'm safe. I let them know that I'm safe in the car. But yeah, it happens that fast. So let's take a go back in time here, and let's take a glance at what actually was going on. So as I mentioned, we were heading into the long Riverside with a bunch of speed, and One thing that I was sort of struggling with this car is too fast for third, too slow for fourth. And here we are coming off of Riverside, doing 90, and as you can see, I'm up into 6,500 RPMs. That's typically where I shift this car. 2.5 liter turbo, makes full torque at about 3,800 RPMs. Kind of falls on its face after 6,500. There's no reason. It's not a naturally aspirated flat six. There's no reason to rev it to 7,500 RPMs. It's not. It doesn't do anything up there. So just the sound of the motor and just sort of like the fact that I'm going 94 makes me clutch in here and go to fourth gear. And you actually see I look ahead and I say, "Oh, I'm coming up on Phil Hill." For some reason, I think I was still in the grapevine in the club corners in the back part of the course, and I might have gotten sort of maybe lost about where I was. But it dawns on me about right here that I'm in fourth gear and I'm heading to a blind right four over crest corner, which is I should not be doing 100 at, and I decide erroneously to go back into third gear. So you can see the clutch goes back in here. And now I have clutched in and gone back into third, but the back left tire is about to go, or the left tires are about to hit that curb. And you see there, the back left tire has significantly stopped, or at least slowed as compared to the speed of the other three tires. Um, at this point, I probably could have gotten back on the throttle, but it was too little too late, and I'm kind of along for the ride here. Um, I looked at my steering data, and you can see that I tried to counter steer, but only to a point because I knew this is where we're going in. But it's interesting that like I didn't really try anything, and maybe I could have, or maybe I saved myself by not. So did less damage from not trying to throttle or anything because I'm doing 87 miles an hour here. I'm about to spin out. And as you can see, the right side tires are absolutely roasting. The back left is locked again. I'm not doing anything with the pedals. I'm trying to steer out of it, uh, and away we go. And this is where tire speeds get weird because we're slipping and we're locked at the same time. So I'm definitely about to rotate 180 degrees and do come around um, and just boiling the back tires, of course. I start to go onto the brakes as soon as I hit the dirt because I need to stop the car. And interesting here, I didn't think I pressed the brakes down this hard, but I jammed on them. And then when it all goes black, I then hit the clutch because I'm like, all right, 2 feet in, this ride's over. There's nothing I can do here, um, and kind of wait for it to stop. And luckily didn't stall it out, just barely. It was running at like it has like 2 psi of oil because it was running at like 100 RPMs or whatever. So yeah, moral of the story: don't shift when you're going over a curb in a corner at 90 miles an hour. And watch the flagging people and pay attention and get back onto the course safely. There was nobody behind the Boxster S. I get the black flag from the corner worker. I let them know that I'm okay. And away I go back to the pits. Little lap, a little drive of shame, and then to the Scrub-a-Dub car wash that night to get the 6 pounds of dust, etc., off of the car and out of the interior. So hope you guys enjoyed that little data dive on a lap of Buttonwillow, a mistake that I made, and was happy to show it to you guys.